How you doing, folks? It's all about why ride motorcycles, and it's a question I get asked more often now, and more often than I did when I was younger. Um, Before we start, if you're new here, well, welcome, and if you've been around for a while, well, thanks very much. This video isn't about chasing any trends, or it's not about the fastest bike or the newest model. It's about riding motorcycles as part of life, not just a phase, and especially later on in life. So if you've ever ridden, or you've stopped riding, or you're thinking of starting riding again, well, this video might be for you. When you're young and riding a motorcycle is almost expected. Well, it was when I was 16. A Honda 50, then a Yamaha 80, then a Yamaha DT 100, and then it just went uphill after that onto 400s, 600s, 1200s, thousands. I now own around about, I think I own 9 bikes, 9 motorcycles, and from a BMW R9T to a GSX R1000 and everything in between that. I have a CBF Honda 600, which I use on a daily basis. And I'll ride in winter as well. So what's it all about? Or what was it all about? Is it the speed, or is it identity? Is it the rebellion in you, or is it look at me? Was it in the disco with a very visual lid walking around? Um, or was it just talking to your mates about the close ones you had on a daily basis? Um, there was a time when I stopped, and that was the middle years. I just like to call them. Like there is a phase in between, and it can be a long one. The years when life gets busy, when riding slowly moves into the background, and you start a family or you build a career, responsibilities pile up, and time becomes rare, and money gets allocated elsewhere, and risk suddenly means something very, very different. Um, it's not about you anymore. It's you know, it's there are people then are people who depend on you, people who are waiting for you to come home, and being the breadwinner, it just means you have to come home. And even if nobody says it out loud, you'll feel it. What happens then? Well, the bike might just get parked, it might get sold or forgotten, or you might give it away. And not because the passion is gone, but because life demands more of your attention. And that phase can last for years, as it did with me, and sometimes it could even last decades. Um, but the thought never really disappears. Every time you hear an engine roaring or going past, every time you see a bike in the corner leaning over, you'll get goose pimples, and it'll still be there. So you have to make the decision to return or not to return. And what I think is important is returning when the time is right. When something changes, the kids are now grown up, they become more independent, they start to understand. They don't just see the risk anymore, they see who you are, and they realize something. Um, this isn't about escaping your responsibilities. It's about returning to yourself, about taking back part of your identity that you put to the side, or you put it on hold for good reasons. Um, that's called responsibility, basically. And when you come back to riding later on in life, you don't come back the same. You will ride with more awareness, more patience, more gratitude. And maybe for the first time, you might be riding for exactly the right reasons. And when you're over 60, the question changes. Why still ride? Why take the risk? Why not slow down, mate? Should I really be doing this? That might be a question you'll ask yourself. And the honest answer is I personally ride for very different reasons now. I ride for, as a therapy, my mental space. Riding a motorcycle has become a form of therapy for me now. Not because I'm escaping something, but because when I ride, my mind gets quiet. It'll calm down, it'll cool out. When the helmet goes on and the engine starts, the noise of the world sort of fades away. No more news and no more politics, no expectations. Nobody wants anything from you. You've no deadlines, you've no nothing. It's all gone. Yeah, a motorbike will demand just one simple thing from you and that's to be here right now. So if you're thinking about yesterday and you're well, no, if you're not thinking about yesterday, you're not planning your tomorrow, you're not replaying any old conversations. You're present, and it's I'd call it I call it meditation in motion. Now, people talk about meditation as being as sort of sitting still, your eyes closed, your breathing is controlled. But for me, riding is meditation, as I said, in motion. You're reading the road, you're scanning the traffic, you're feeling the grip of the tires, you're listening to the engine. Your hands are busy and your body is balanced, your mind is now focused. So there's no room for any of that noise in your head. Concentration and sharpness, um, that is an important factor for me. Riding keeps me sharp. Every ride is different. Um, on every ride, I'll practice. Every corner gives me feedback. Every destination matters. And at my age, that matters more than ever, I'd say. So you're not riding to prove anything, you're riding with respect. You might be proving something to yourself, but you're still riding with respect. And that respect keeps you alive. Pushing the limits, let's just say gently. There's something slightly out of bounds about riding at this age. Um, and I like that. I don't call it reckless. It's not foolish. It's not stupid. It's not overboard. It's just enough challenge to remind myself that I'm still learning, I'm still capable, I'm still fit enough to throw my leg over the bike. And that feeling is
It's 20
important.
hours.
There will be negatives, honestly, and of course, there are downsides. Injuries are more serious now, and recovery might take an awful lot longer. You might never recover. Mistakes cost more. That reality never leaves my mind. But it does change how you ride in a good way. You'll be smoother, you'll be smarter, more deliberate. Then you have the costs and maintenance, um, the bike itself, the maintenance, the insurance, the fuel. But once you've bought the bike and once you've got all your good gear, you might just be buying small little things for the bike, but you don't really actually need much else. You've no bookings, no memberships, no schedules. So it's just really the fuel and the direction. Um, the maintenance, of course. I like that. I enjoy it. Working on a motorcycle connects me to the bike. It lets me understand it. I listen to it. Um, it becomes part of my hobby, or it has become part of my hobby. So it's not a chore. The environment and my senses is another thing I'd like to talk about. The motorbike gives you access to the world in a very different way. You'll smell the forest before you'll even see it, and you'll feel the temperature change as you climb the mountain. Like in the Alps, you don't just look at the mountains, you're moving through them. You'll feel the cold in the shadowed areas, you'll feel the sun, you feel the wind in the valleys. I've already said it, you smell the pine trees, and you'll also feel the weather. So you're not just watching it or looking at it, you're living it. Um, it gives me a little bit of solitude and freedom, though. Riding alone isn't loneliness, it's a chosen solitude, I'd call it. I've no phone, no notifications, no conversations, and it's just the road and the time moving at the right speed. Freedom doesn't mean going fast, though. It means going where you want, stopping when something catches your eye, or it could be a small road, or a viewpoint, or a cafe you didn't plan in. Why do I still ride? Um, well, let's phrase it differently. Why do I still ride motorcycles at my age? Um, Basically, it keeps me in the present. As I've said, it keeps me sharp, or it sharpens my mind, and at the same time, it does calm me. Um, it gives me challenges as well, just enough, and I'll keep doing that as long as I can. And as long as all as that is true, I'll keep on riding. Before I wrap up this video, I want to say thank you, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and thank everyone who's already subscribed to my channel. It genuinely means an awful lot to me, and more than you might even think. In the next video, I'm going to sit down and talk about something a little bit more personal. Why I started this channel and why I called it Put On Your Lid. There's a story behind that name, and it's a story that means quite a lot to me. It is a story about life and death, basically. And it's one of the main reasons that this channel still exists at all. So if you'd like to catch that one, make sure that you're subscribed. Hit the notification button. What's that pop up on my screen there? Hit the notification button and don't miss it when it goes live. Especially over the winter, I mightn't have too many videos, but I've a lot of footage stored up, and a bit of footage, or I'd be able to do some videos on my track days in England. They'll be coming up, and an Ireland tour with my friend Roland. These videos are definitely coming, so if you'd like to see them and follow along, just hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification button. All of those buttons, hit them all. And once again, thank you for being here, and Happy New Year to everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Right, are we on again?